I'm Vince. It's Mr. A. Hope you're doing well. You're being safe and healthy. I just wanted to get back to you on these questions right here because I know these are a little confusing. We'll go through one really quick. Hopefully it'll help. Okay. Also, What's Poppin' is a huge song right now, and who called that out the day it came out? This guy right here, Mr. A. So just so you remember that it's a platinum song as of yesterday. So that was kind of fun. All right. Synthetic division, okay? It would be ridiculous if you had to do this by hand without doing synthetic division, because sometimes you're trying to divide this, it would be next to impossible. So there's a very convenient method called synthetic division that will give you the answer to this problem in a nice, easy way, okay? So this is how you always start synthetic division. You create like a little box here, and then you have a long line. Okay, that's all you need to start. Okay, so the first thing you do is you always take the opposite of whatever this number is right here, this little guy. So that's +2. So we're going to put -2 here. Okay, so you always do the opposite of whatever that number is that goes there. Okay, there's your start. The next step is you look at all the coefficients or the big numbers in front for all these 4 pieces here. So for example, that's 1x to the 3rd power. So 1 goes here. That's +6x squared. So 6 goes here. There's -3x. So -3 goes here. And there's -2. So -2 goes there. Okay? So that's your first nice and easy step, is just basing it off of the opposite of this and then the big numbers in front all the way here. Okay? So then here's the interesting part, is it's this little rotation, and I was looking at the diagram that we put up. It kind of goes with it, but it'd probably be better to do this, and this is what I do, is you drop the first number. So that's 1. Okay? So this is where it gets interesting. And this is why I like this pattern, because it's kind of cool once you do it, but trust me, it's a lot better than the other ways. Ready? We take this number, and you do 1 times -2. You take this number, you multiply it by that corner box. So 1 times -2 is -2. That's what goes here. All right? So we do this rotation of where we get this bottom number, where we multiply this, and then we add down. Okay? So 6 plus -2 is 4. So you always add down. Always add down. Okay? And from there, we repeat that same process. So now watch what we do. We do 4 times -2. So I do a little rotation, a little 4 times -2. 4 times -2 is -8. Right? Okay? Same idea. Add down. -3 plus -8 is -11. Okay? Last time, same step. -11 times -2 is +22. And when we add those down, -2 plus 22 is 20. Okay? And so we're almost done from there on. So the idea of like, okay, what do these 4 numbers mean now? You have to think about the original problem. You were doing x to the 3rd with a bunch of stuff divided by x. Okay? So if you remember from like way earlier on in the year, x to the 3rd divided by like something like x is like x squared. Okay? So the beginning of your problem, since we're doing this division, means that this has to be the x squared. Okay? So that's 1x squared. Okay? So that's the hardest part to find, is finding the original one, the starting part, and then everything else just goes down by 1 for the most part. So there's 1x squared. That means this has to be +4x, right? Because we went down 1. Then we go down again. This is -11. But now there's no x's because we went 2, 1, 0. And so since we're already at 0, this 20 is a remainder. Okay? And that remainder, okay, gets tagged along at the end. And since it's a remainder, it's some extra stuff that we can't really have, we just throw this puppy underneath. Okay? So that would be my final answer. Okay? and I'm looking at every other problem. This is probably the hardest of the few dividing ones on there, the few synthetic divisions. So if you have any questions, just let me know. But this is definitely the hardest version of it, but it follows the same pattern for every single time. So always take the opposite, go here, put those numbers up here, down, multiply, add. Around, multiply, add. Around, multiply, add. And you keep doing that, and you should be good, buddy. All right. Hope you're doing well. Let me know if you have any other questions.